دوستان عزیز السلام علیکم و رحمت الله و برکاته. به شهر ریاض عربستان رسیدیم بخیر. دریوری است که آمده بود به استقبالم در میدان امرای موتا. تشکری میکنیم از خانواده مدل پنتاتون، پذیرایی خوب کردن در میدان. با حال هم طرف هتل روان هستیم. جریان جلسه جهانی ورزشهای پنجگانه در کشور دبی از کل دنیا و از کل جهان رئیسای فدراسیون های جمع شده. و به نمایندگی از افغانستان ما حضور داریم.
And seeing how we have been growing and growing and growing. And what is important, we have changed us, not re-
الاتحاد السعودي للخوازن يوم بدأ من باكور تأسيسكم انطلق أمجادكم تستمر بين عزيمتنا وقوتنا بثباتهم تصدق طموحاتهم واقتديت وبحمايتهم وثقتهم وعلوميتهم اشتعل حماسنا.
Well, so good we played it twice this
جورستی ساعت خوب است بخیر. در جلسه ماسترهای دنیا هستم در عربستان.
My pleasure to report to you. On the UIPM financial condition. And to take your question regarding our finances. Over the last 4 years, the UIPM financial house we have been focused on increased transparency, integrity, and clarity. The ASOIF has a rating for good governance. Among those ratings is the rating for financial governance. I'm pleased to tell you that over the last 4 years, we've increased our rating from 12 to 24. We've doubled our rating. We've done this through a number of internal financial controls and systems that we've put into place for our financials. I believe that we can continue to improve these scores. However, it gets more difficult because some of the things required, for example, the person who receives the invoices cannot be the same person that has the bank wire the invoices. That takes 2 people. We only have 1 staff person doing that right now. So there is ways to increase this score even further, but it will cost more money and it needs more staffing. As a small federation, that's difficult for us. let me describe the financial process we do have in place that earned us this higher score. UIPM has one bank account at CMB Bank in Monaco. All of the inflows and all the outflows go through that one bank account. Every transaction has a written record, an invoice or an expense reimbursement form or other written demand for payment. That invoice is then processed by our bookkeeper, Valerie Russo, out of the UIPM headquarters. If the amount is under $10,000, it is approved by the Secretary General. If the amount is over $10,000, it's approved by the Secretary General and the Treasurer. We have over 2,800 transactions per year. 2,800. Thankfully, only 300 of those are over $10,000. That, however, that's still about one transaction a day that has to be approved. It is an immense task that is really not well recognized or not well known by UIPM. It's like the duck that's paddling and you don't see how fast its feet are going underneath there. So I have strong kudos and thanks to Valerie Russo for all the work she does at the headquarters to manage this, to manage our UIPM financial transactions. All of the transactions are in one document, which we call the Grand Livre. Can't speak French, but that's my best interpretation of French. Those transactions are reviewed by the UIPM honorary auditors. They're also reviewed by KPMG Monaco, and they are audited to the standard of generally accepted accounting principles of Monaco. It is the combination of those internal financial controls that have earned us the higher score of 24 rather than 12. Let's talk about the last 4 years. I've given you, here's a brief, it's in the Congress book, but I want to show you as well here. We started off year 2020. On January 1st, we had $3,364,000 in the bank. I don't know if you remember 2020, but there was a pandemic that year. We had to borrow $1,250,000 from the IOC at zero interest. We also had a line of credit from our bank of $1,250,000 that would have interest on it. We never had to touch the line of credit. So we received 1.25 from the IOC interest-free. Our revenues that year were $573,000, and our expenses were $2,100,000. At the end of 2020, we had $3,026,696 in the bank. Year 2021, we start off with $3,026,696. We returned the IOC advance money. We received our
program continues its impressive growth, certifying professionals from over 40 countries through 31 expertly designed courses. Only in 23 and 24 reached another 442 new certified coaches. This program not only focusing on preparing coaches to elevate athletes' performance, but also assisting gender equality and enforcing critical measures on safeguarding and anti-doping. Moreover, two specialized guides were developed in collaboration with obstacle experts, offering invaluable insights for coaches on how to effectively start training youth athletes. Athlete Central Program. 11 workshops are arranged, 4 educational programs conducted with more than 400 athletes registered, 10 downloadable digital tours with 2 customized courses, supported almost 20 scholarships for University of London postgraduate course, and more than 1,000 vouchers distributed to national federations for young athletes to complete athlete certification courses. governance. 2023 to 2024 governance evaluation. UIPM is at the top of Group B with moderated score 183. We started from 92 points in 2016 to now 183. 50% higher than the average increased scores compared with other IFs. 8 areas achieved the top 10s out of 40 indicators. 7 good practice examples chosen by Ashraf among other IFs. Scored top compared with similar revenue size of the IFs. Close to maximum score in the transparency section with good range of information published. Finally, I'll look at the business plan for the new LA Olympic cycle. Indeed, 3 sets of models, parallel functioning, that is professional driven with entrepreneurship. First, UIPM is an IF, a world governing body of Olympic and non-Olympic sports, with our General Assembly as the highest authority, leading by executive board and implemented by the administration. To assist our confederations, national federations, and committee commissions with a team of professionals. And its key duties are to monitor, guide, and rule for a series of events. At the same time, UIPM acting as a corporate with an enterprising business model or mindset, with its goal to generate more revenue in order to contribute back to all NFs, who are the shareholders in this case. In addition, UIPM as a service provider to serve and service our national federations whenever, wherever possible. To conclude, UIPM will continuously raise the bar of level of competition organization, especially in UIPM major events. Quality and quantity of the services to the stakeholders of the community at large. To be self-reliant on TV conductions to gain more creativity and freedom to be more cost-effective too. More tailored support for NFs and building feature NF classifications for the funding. We're aiming to be more and more self-generating and to be financially sustainable eventually. Hand in hand, we can and we will make the difference for the next generations together. Thank you. Asia Pacific Development Center project launched. That is franchise UIPM facility. Ongoing co-locating with new and more shooting providers, allowing equipment accessibility in more countries locally. Global tours continuously reach more than 70 events per year, better compliance, data integrity, results accuracy, as well as more popularity to meet UIPM standards. Service. As service provider, UIPM is feeding thousands of free photos and videos a year, allowing the community to interact and to showcase. A simple example, only past several years, we have reached almost 32 million views at our photo platform, shared out and multiplied by their own networks, generating a significant and positive recognition of it. We launched and optimized the UIPM Center app that is developed to provide an accessible and user-friendly platform for real-time information also as a reliable source of data during competition. The app has effectively served its purpose, enhance the fan and athlete's experience, ensuring everyone stays updated on the latest development. Around 6,000 active users of the UIPM Central app since its launch in 2023. Competition management system directly serviced 4 continental multi-sport games that including Pan American Games, Central American and Caribbean Games, Asian Games, and European Games. Education. UIPM educational platform we revamped in 2022 and currently with around 2,000 active users, 2023 produced the first edition of Obstacle Online module. 95% of the judges, certified judges, complete the course. 2024 upgraded the design and invested in courses templates that is making the courses even more user-friendly. We produced over 20 impactful courses for judges certification program, empowering more than 800 international judges from 35 countries.
Introducing the essential tool for knowledge for all obstacle sports enthusiasts. Join us for a dynamic e-learning experience on the UIPM educational platform. Dive into 5 comprehensive modules that thoroughly cover every aspect of each OCR, Ninja, and UIPM obstacle competitions. This course is accessible to all, no matter your location. Earn a common certificate, a crucial step towards becoming an international judge for obstacle events. Enroll now and become a master of obstacle sports.
Meanwhile,
but you actually get the cash up front, yes? The 16 million you received one time. So the question is, why haven't you budgeted interest income? Every 1% of 10 million US is 100,000. So out of 16 million, you're using 4 million a year. You'll be getting 160,000.
Exposure of the sport. Around 1,800 hours of TV action delivered to takers per competition season. 21 takers across 5 continents for the live show, and 90 takers covering 146 countries for the highlights. Media and social media. 30% growth across the cycle on all social media platforms. 5 million individuals reached in 2024. Instagram striking 18% increasing along so far in 2024. Pre-Olympic Games. A Passion for Paris series was produced. As example, LD Rio alone had 160,000 views on Instagram. That is 10 times more than the average. During Paris Olympic Games, 5 million impressions on Instagram alone, 30% growth across all platforms, 3 million individual reach, 99% of them were non-followers. 100 posts, 26 reels, and 600 stories during Games campaign, meaning a few thousand pieces across platforms. We reached 100,000 unique visitors for UIPM website during the Olympic week. 146 pieces of coverage for the press conference in Paris with 5.2 million estimated views. 120 pieces of competition coverage with 12.3 million estimated views, including major features in the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, as US will be next organizer. According to Ashev's study, UIPM ranked in the first quartile for social media return of investment on video views, demonstrating a high return on its social media investment by generating substantial engagement. UIPM achieved a global net reach of 107.2 million viewers making a 15% increase from 92.9 million in Tokyo. Development. Parasports, 3 World Championships, major youth events, was very successful with new discipline. We're fully hands-on Paris Olympic Games preparations with Paris team, and we achieved flawless operations through all 4 competition days. Efficiency of timing and scoring allowed our 90 minutes short format happen. It dramatically reduced the time to display the results immediately after the event concludes, where all data is captured, processed, and published rapidly with accuracy. Important to say, we reached a higher level of mutual understanding among event stakeholders, all respecting fast-paced event flow and a clean FOP. Yes, there's room to improve, and we all agree the needs to much advance the preparation timeline with the LOC. It is also worth to point out we updated the bidding process and relevant contents. We wish to make the event more accessible for more organizers, but so far, yes, it is still very hard for our major competitions. Meanwhile, we also need much deeper analysis and stricter evaluation before our executive board awarding the events. Communications. Following the difficulty after Tokyo, we utilized all possible internal and external resources to be in charge of our own narratives. The spectacular outcome at Paris 2024, with almost entirely positive coverage, helped us to reset the global image of the sport. All the work with traditional media was aligned, which enabled us to survive the storm and reach a safer place without fear of abuse. TV. We developed an understandable and attractive TV narrative for our new short format, improved the overall quality and consistency of the production, keep increasing.
مستقطبين أكثر من 100 مليون زائر من خلال الرياضة والسياحة والترفيه من جميع أنحاء العالم. في هذا السياق أود أن أعبر عن خالص تقديري للجهود القيمة التي بذلها الاتحاد السعودي للقوات الحديث بقيادة الأستاذ ناصر الدكتر والذين كانت جهودهم المتفانية سببا رئيسيا في نجاح هذا الحدث.
In this context, I would like to express my sincere appreciation for the valuable efforts made by the Saudi Modern Pantalon Federation, led by Mr. Nasser al-Ghayth, whose dedicated efforts were a major reason for the success of this event.
نتطلع في الأيام القادمة من خلال هذه الجمعية إلى انتخابات نزيهة ومناقشات ثرية.
In the coming days, through this assembly, we look forward to fair elections, rich discussions, strategic planning, and fruitful exchange of ideas that we will contribute effectively to shaping the future of modern Pantalon.
فضلا عن التخطيط الاستراتيجي وتبادل المثمر للأفكار التي من شأنها أن تسهم بشكل فعال في تشكيل مستقبل رياضة الخماسي الحديث. فخبراتكم ورؤاكم تمثل ثورة حقيقية، ووجودكم هنا يعزز عزمنا على تحقيق النجاح والتطور في هذا المجال.
Your experiences and visions represent a real wealth, and your presence here strengthens our determination to achieve success and development in this field.
وبالنيابة عن صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير عبد العزيز بن تركي الفيصل رئيس اللجنة الأولمبية والبارالمبية السعودية، يسعدني أن أعبر عن جزيل الشكر لكل من حضر ليسهم في إنجاح هذا التجمع الهام.
On the behalf of His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Turki al Faisal, President of the Saudi Olympic and